This boy lived in constant fear. He was scared of every classmate, too afraid to even step outside his own home. Every night, he dreamed the same nightmare, being crushed by a closing train door. And today, once again, he dreaded school. He tiptoed downstairs, trembling, got on his bike, ready to leave. But when the school bus passed by, a flash of terror crossed his eyes. At school, he avoided everyone. He bolted through the front gate. Only when it shut behind him did he finally breathe. In class, while others laughed and played, he just sat quietly, drawing. Even in his drawings, his face was always frowning. He folded the picture into a paper plane, tossed it into the air. It landed in the hands of a student with black sleeves. After class, he sat alone reading in the corner, until a soccer ball flew his way. He panicked in terror. His classmates invited him to play. He refused, mumbling about needing the bathroom. The truth was, his head was made of an egg. One bump and it would crack. Even the smallest vibration made him nervous. In the bathroom, he reached for toilet paper, but the roll slipped away. Just then, the black-sleeved student appeared, handed it back, and gave him a drawing too. He had redrawn it, hoping to make the boy smile. After school, when everyone else had gone, Egg Boy finally stepped outside. He rested under a big tree. Suddenly, he heard a sound. A girl in a bee costume appeared. She called herself Bee. He didn't believe her at first, but her energy, her playfulness, her laughter, made him smile without realizing it. She spun him around, and he laughed so hard his hat fell off. For the first time, he wasn't afraid. Her presence was magic. He felt light, free, like a real bee, flying with her, resting on flowers. Then reality struck. A fruit almost hit his head. Panicked, he grabbed his hat. He said goodbye, and promised to meet her again tomorrow. The next day after school, he was the first out the door, ran to the woods, eager to see her. But she never came. He went home, disappointed. When his mom asked for tea, he poured her a cup. Later, cleaning his room, he spotted a jar of honey, and had an idea. He carried a larger jar to the forest, hoping its sweetness would draw her in, but she didn't appear. His heart sank again. Just then, a paper plane floated down. He looked up. There she was, smiling, waving at him. His sadness turned to joy. She told him she liked him. He blushed so hard, sweat poured down. The heat made him pull off his hat. Shyly, he told her he brought honey. She grinned, that was her favorite food. Excited, he scrambled up the tree, but slipped and fell. She rushed to help, terrified he'd shatter. But he was fine. In fact, only his thin shell had cracked away. His fragile egg head had turned into a boiled egg. He no longer had to live in fear. And even better, he had found his best friend.